Okay. Should be going live now.
Oof. Am I already freezing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it already told me my connection was unstable.
Oh shit. See, we just switched off, man. You know, now
we actually had someone come look at our internet today. There's an explanation, but they said someone can't fix it till next weekend.
Okay. We had to have somebody go up to the damn telephone pole and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's they explain it to you and you explain it to other people and it never makes sense. So it's just
right.
They have to fix it.
Continue. Anyway, sorry. No one
cares. I wasn't saying anything.
My dad was kind of explaining it, and I was like, I don't know.
Just tell me when it'll be ready.
Yeah.
When will the internets be ready? Hello, Clinton. Hello, Jared.
Hi, Jared.
How are y'all?
Hi, Clinton. So I watched a tutorial on this microphone, and it said if you're recording a video, you don't need it in front of you because it blocks you too much. And I was like, all right.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me go and tweet this link real quick.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it too.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you think I was going to be late?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be 8:01, 8:02, 8:03, something. But you surprised me. It was 8 o'clock.
On the dot.
Okay, here we go. Let's quote tweet. Live now. How's everybody doing tonight? This is our last live stream of the season, of the October spooky season. Zach shaved. Oh yeah, I did shave, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I meant to tell you, Kim didn't recognize you. Kim, our last live stream, Kim was like, wait, that was Zach, right?
So, I don't know, honestly. He just showed up. We went to Oktoberfest this weekend and I wanted to film. I was like, if I film, I want to make sure I have a shaved face because it's
wanted to have your baby face.
Yeah. So had to shave it. I'll try to grow it again soon.
I mean, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
If you like it without it, then keep it without it. If you like it with it.
Does Evil die tonight or tomorrow night or the Thursday after next? Yeah. Evil never dies. Evil never dies.
Oh, Donald, thank you. It's from Super Yaki. They were Slayerfest 98 sponsor for a minute, but I did like them even before they were a sponsor. Their Nev Campbell shirt is sold out every fucking time. They tweeted that they restocked, and I was like, "Ooh, good, I'm gonna get it." And by the time I went, it was already sold out. Yeah. So I got this one directed by Wes Craven.
There you go. I like the Courtney Cox one. I think that one's good.
It's also appropriate for me.
Yeah. How many people we got in here? We got enough. Okay. Howdy, and welcome to my bloody Judy. Zach.
Sorry. And I'm Ian Carlos Crawford. I was reading the comment.
He forgot, he just forgot who he said we happens in age, You just forget things.
Do not.
You remember that? You remember that picture I sent you of Midnight Mass me helping you down the stairs? Okay.
Damn it.
We're going to a live stream now, Ian.
Rudest.
Today we're going to be doing October Madness. I hope everybody got a chance to go and vote. That was very important to go vote. Because we voted on, October Madness stuff. That's fun.
So I was reading, I don't know who it is, but PPPP says that they listened to the Halloween podcast the other day and they didn't like the All the Way slander. I think that episode's very boring. And I think Fear Itself is the best one, but it's Buffy, so I still love it.
What do you mean?
Oh, of the Halloween episodes.
I didn't do that, did I? No.
I did that before we knew each other.
I hated the slander too.
Fuck off.
Just so y'all know, it's okay. We can hate him together. So we basically pitted bunch of Buffy characters together and a bunch of horror movie villains. And so tonight for the October Madness, we're going to shoot the shit and we're just going to basically reveal the results. If you were keeping up with it, you know what the results basically are. I did have a tally, but I can't find it, that page. So I have the results. I guess we'll just read off the results
Right.
without the tally. Tally numbers were good though. I can remember most of them off the top of my head. So, or at least like how close they were at least. But we started off with, let's see, let me find the most recent one of those. Okay. So for the My Bloody Judy versus Slayerfest 98 October Madness, we started out with Angel versus Freddy Krueger, Cordelia versus Ghostface, Xander versus Pennywise, Giles versus Pinhead, Harmony versus Ben Willis. I was excited for that one. Riley versus Xenomorph, Faith versus Michael Myers. I knew Michael Myers was going to be out too first round. He's a match for Laurie Strode, not many others.
I mean, Ghostface is that's my favorite, and I knew he was going to be out first round.
Tara versus Pazuzu. That was a funny one too.
Who is the demon from The Exorcist?
Yes, I should have just said the Exorcist girl. Yeah. I guess I thought we all understood a Pazuzu. Kirsten White. What is a Pazuzu, Tara? Buffy versus Jason Voorhees. Willow versus Nancy from The Craft. We thought that was a fun one to pair. Spike versus Leatherface. Andrew versus Chucky. Anya versus Jigsaw. Dawn versus Samara, the girl from the ring.
It wasn't Spike versus Chucky. It was Andrew versus Chucky.
Andrew versus Chucky, yes. Spike versus Leatherface. Sorry.
Oh, right.
Anya versus Jigsaw. Dawn versus Samara, the girl from the ring. Oz versus 112 Ocean Avenue, which is the Amityville Horror House. And Joyce versus Pamela Voorhees. So
I feel like we didn't, Zach and I didn't quite think through the fact that we were putting this on Slayerfest 98's Instagram. So everyone is going to be mostly voting for Buffy characters.
You know what? It was it was not much of a competition, I will say. Ian, you're going to be in charge of reading out comments because I am one contact down. And otherwise I have to go like this. And
you only have one contact in?
I do. I woke up and it's gone. I don't know where it is. It could be at the back of my eye. I'm hoping not.
I hate that.
I feel like I might have 3 at the back of my eye.
All right. Well,
yeah.
We're just gonna blow past that and keep going.
Yeah. So Angel versus Freddy. I was very excited to see the results of that because I've never actually known what the Angel fan base kind of looks like. I mean, I guess he got his own show, but like, do people generally like really, really like Angel? No.
So this is my mean thing I have to say is that I like you and I have the same feelings where it's like, I just don't give a shit about Buffy's boy. Like, yeah, I like all the characters. So sure. Mm-hmm. But I will say people are weirdly a lot meaner about Angel than they are about Spike.
Yes. This was a lot of the comments, guys, whenever, because we would put vote and say why. And a lot of them was because Angel's bitch ass can't beat Freddy. Right. You know, there's always Angel's bitch ass or something like that. So I was like, wow.
Like, even Cordelia versus Freddy, I feel like was closer in the second round than it was Angel versus Freddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like even Angel, somebody said that his dreams he's too emotional in his dreams and he loses. I don't know. So Freddy won that one. It was by a pretty large margin. Cordelia versus Ghostface. I was excited about that one. I wanted Cordelia to win. I think you did too, because I see Cordelia being very much a Gale Weathers kind of parallel. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping she would win, and she did.
I wouldn't have been too mad, even though she's my favorite, just because it's like, all right, if there's one person in this group Ghostface maybe could take out, it would be like if we're going high school Cordelia, like, all right, she would, but also like you said, she's like a Gale type character. So like,
what pairing were you most excited to hopefully see?
I actually was kind of hoping Buffy would end up versus Freddy, because
I did too.
I feel like the only people of those horror movie monsters that would have given Buffy any. Granted, I don't know if you feel this way, but I don't feel like there's many that Buffy. I can't think of one where it's like, oh, Buffy wouldn't be able to defeat that monster. But I think the only ones that would give her like the most trouble would be like Freddy and Pennywise.
It would have to be somebody more mystical, right? Somebody with like some powers like that, because all of our guys walking around with knives, those were like easy kills, I guess, at least for like, until the sequel.
Right.
So Cordelia did beat Ghostface. That was good. I can see her there, maybe with some bangs, in the Stu's house. We got Xander versus Pennywise. I was ready to kick Xander out first round, and we did.
We did.
Pennywise is. If Xander's no match for Pennywise, that was easy. Hold on, I want to see what the.
My favorite comment on that was Kirsten White's, which said, "For sure, not Xander."
I think that was the overwhelming
Consensus,
sentiment about that. Yes. Let's see.
Xander died before Dawn did.
Let's see.
Because I feel like if there's like a character that's universally hated in the fandom, it's Xander.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Xander fan. You know what did it for me is him leaving Anya at the altar. So sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of them was like, Xander is a coward. Pennywise, because Xander always gets hot by demons. So I guess I could see Pennywise seducing Xander.
Well, I could see Pennywise like tricking him.
Yeah.
Like Pennywise would have like do one of his like silly, ridiculous things, and Xander would get tricked into going into the death trap rather than like him having to chase him.
Yeah. Next up, we got Giles versus Pinhead. I thought that would have been a really interesting sort of episode or something.
Yeah. I thought some of the comments, like I hadn't, because I feel like you're the same way, right? You until recently hadn't seen all the Hellraiser movies, right?
I'm slowly. So we just watched the first one, and I'm excited to go into the next one.
All right. Well, I'm jealous. I need to catch up with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've only like seen them on TV.
Yeah.
Not all the way through. And I do like, I wouldn't have been mad if Giles lost, but I did like a lot of people were saying like Giles would figure out what you had to do to like, and like that I buy, right? Because if there's a way to get rid of them without having to like physically fight, I could see him figuring that out.
And it also like kind of tracks with kind of the one-off stories that he sort of had, right? Where it would be him and then like the Scoobies would be separate,
right?
And he would be figuring it out on his own. And
like
I could see him in like a white t-shirt and like, messed up hair. They messed up Giles'
like
hair.
Books everywhere. Yeah.
Alistair said Giles because he's kinky too. Somebody said Giles has a book. And then Mike, what's his last name? Patrick? What is it? Michael Patrick?
Patterson.
I knew it was something.
Mike Patterson pack.
Yeah, he said that he wouldn't even open the box. So I guess.
Giles might be like, oh, nope, we're not touching that. I'm putting that on a shelf. And then Xander would touch it later.
So Giles did win that one. Then we have Harmony versus Ben Willis. This was a fun one too. What would have been fun is to see, I guess, Buffy go up against Ben Willis. It wouldn't have been like a match, but considering she played Helen, like cool little, funny thing. Harmony did not survive at all.
Which is rude because I feel like, I guess people like weren't, if it's Vampire Harmony, there's no way she's not going to like actively fight him, but he's not going to be able to defeat her. Yeah. He's got a like metal hook. That's not going to do shit. I
think that's where we kind of dropped the ball, is that we didn't really come up with rules. I guess the best way to sort of think of it is the way I thought of it was like the most recent that we saw that character. So I guess Anya would be dead, so she wouldn't even be allowed to fight anybody. But
maybe I guess it would be the last time we saw them alive.
Yes.
Because Cordelia, same.
Let me see if there were any funny comments on there. Somebody said Ben because Ben is glory. I enjoyed that. What's Ben's last name in Buffy? I forgot what his last name was.
I don't think he has a last name.
Does he not?
I don't think so.
Okay. Next up would be Xenomorph versus Riley. Listen, a lot of y'all, I understand you don't like Riley, but that was not accurate. Riley was trained to take on Xenomorph type creatures, and that is his job. But everybody shit on fucking Riley and let the Xenomorph win. And it was not realistic. And I shame all of you.
I mean, the Xenomorph made it way farther than I thought, but I guess
way far. That was, I didn't even think the Xenomorph was going to be like a final round type of thing.
I guess because like I don't know. If you're going with like, I could see because it spits acid. Literally, it's like if you like stab it, acid comes out and it spits acid. So like, if it's a human, all they gotta do is like spit on them and they're dead.
Yeah, y'all were some haters. Haters. Somebody said Riley has a heart attack while fighting the xenomorph. Mean. Next up was obviously xenomorph. Sons of bitches. Faith versus.
Wait, someone in the chat just called me Ben. I'm Ian, by the way. I'm not Ben. They said they like Ben's shirt with Courtney Cox on it.
Yeah, it's Ben. Ben, what's your last name? Faith versus Michael Myers. That was an easy one. I love Michael Myers, but like they need to level him up because at this point, like human Michael Myers is like we're done with him. Like you can't keep him going.
Well, and even if we're like the Halloween Kills Michael Myers, that's like mystical or whatever, like it's Faith. So like if it were Michael Myers versus like Dawn, then yeah, she's gonna lose. But like
Faith versus Pinhead would have been really interesting because the Pinhead and his little gang are all about like pleasure and pain.
Yeah,
and she would have fun. I can see her getting into something like that, pegging Pinhead. Faith did win. That was a pretty hands down one. Yeah,
it's okay, Jonathan. I was just letting you know. I didn't know if you knew what my name was.
Somebody did say that Faith only because her knife is cooler. I thought that was funny. Pazuzu versus Tara. Y'all killed Tara again.
Rude.
Y'all did this.
A lot of people did say like, I'm sorry, I love Tara, but
I know it's like Pazuzu. And some people are just like, if you voted for Tara, you likely didn't know who the fuck Pazuzu was.
Fair.
I can't really like put this one together in my head, this matchup, because I don't know if I really could even see her being in that situation at all.
Right. Like how is
I don't know how she would sort of react.
There wouldn't be a Tara without Willow. And then in my brain, I'm like, oh, they would just like do a spell and get rid of them real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. But Pazuzu won. So y'all killed Tara. Joyce versus Pamela Voorhees. Thought this one was going to be fucking hilarious. Who did win this one? It was Pam, right?
It was Pamela Voorhees. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Y'all killed Joyce again, too.
Again.
I think I voted for Pamela Voorhees, maybe.
I didn't vote in the first round because I told Zach it felt like cheating, and then Zach told me I did.
Oh yeah, I should have been asking you your vote. So for this one, who would you have voted for?
I would vote for Pamela Voorhees.
Okay. Ooh, I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna be a hands down Buffy voter.
No, I like I said, the only reason I would have voted for Harmony in that situation is because she's a vampire, and like, if it was High School Harmony, then yeah, Ben Willis. But like, she's a vampire that sticks. I mean, it'll hurt her, but she's not gonna.
Yeah, somebody said Tara's in the opening credits for this battle. Yes, we included Tara in our opening credits, just for the episode.
That's Steven. Hi, Steven.
Yes. Next, we got Oz versus the Amityville Horror House, 112 Ocean Avenue. This one was like, I knew Oz was going to win just because of how like chill he is, and somebody even like nailed it down that he would just leave the house.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be upset.
He's defeated it by making it to the curb. So Oz won that one, and then we've got Dawn versus Samara from The Ring. This was a good mashup too, because you can see Dawn renting this video and watching it, getting the phone call while she's home alone. Everybody's out doing stuff. Mother's milk is red today.
But wait, who won? I forget.
It was Samara.
Oh, I thought Dawn won. Okay.
No, y'all killed Dawn.
It's so funny seeing the like favorites, but also I thought Tara would fall into that category of so beloved she would win.
I know, I did too. I
guess everyone's
shocked.
A fake fan except for
me
and
you. Y'all are some bitches. She's already been through enough, you know.
God.
Then we had Samara won that one. Anya versus Jigsaw. This was a good one too. Somebody said she beats Jigsaw with capitalism. She's playing Monopoly. That was a good one. But yeah, Anya would win this shit. Anya would win most of them, to be honest, you know.
Well, it depends on what Anya we're going with, though. But I do feel like a trap she would be able to figure out.
I feel like when it comes down to it, she's really like, I understand she like makes all the jokes and comes off kind of ditzy sometimes in her human form, but like she's super smart and she's really resourceful when she needs to be.
Yeah, and like she has all the like demon knowledge and all that shit. I'm putting some moisturizer on my nose just so everyone knows because it's a little dried out.
Yes,
my allergies have been bad.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then was that it? I think that was the last one. Yeah.
Was it?
No, nope. We got a couple more. Sorry. Next we have Andrew versus Chucky. So we got Tom Lank to actually retweet this one, share this one.
I texted directly to him. I was like, "Hi, look at this."
So thank you. You died first. Yeah.
But when he reposted, he was like, "I think I lose."
A lot of people wanted to see the Andrew versus Chucky episode of Buffy and the Spike versus Chucky episode of Buffy.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Because Chucky's so like Chucky would almost fit, I feel like, well in that universe with like the way he talks and stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching Bride of Chucky today, actually. It was
were
on
you?
Sci-Fi. Yeah, it was on Sci-Fi.
Are you the one who said you hadn't? Did we talk about this last time? You hadn't seen Bride and Seed?
No. Those were the only ones I had seen. I hadn't seen.
Okay. So Alistair hasn't seen the other ones then, so I'll have to make him watch it.
Because there's a bunch that went up on Netflix. I think there's like 2 or 3.
They're popping up everywhere because they're on. I think they're on Peacock and they might be on Paramount Plus too, or just one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen the first movie. I don't know that I've seen the second movie, and then I've seen Bride and Seed. But then there's like Cult and something else, and I don't know. I was just watching Bride today. I can't remember how that started because it was like Tiffany was already a character, and I was like, wait, when did they kill Jennifer Tilly and make her Tiffany?
And I guess in Bride, so Tiffany is not Jennifer Tilly in Bride. Jennifer Tilly plays Tiffany, but it's not Jennifer Tilly until Seed.
Okay, that's what I was mixing up.
The lore, man. The lore. You need a chart and some red string.
I love it. They're just going bonkers.
Crazy. Somebody said that Chucky would convince Andrew to kill a bunch of people, and then Chucky would just kill Andrew. And I see it. Andrew's very susceptible to peer pressure from mystical things. So Chucky won. Spike versus Leatherface was up next. That was pretty easy one, I guess. Although it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I assumed it was just like
it was pretty
Spike
close.
anything, and oh boy.
I think people were thinking of Spike with a chip, maybe, because a lot of people were saying Leatherface had it in the back, but Spike did ultimately come out on top. Spike topped Leatherface. Gay joke insert. I
always think of how bad those like monsters would smell. Like Leatherface probably stinks.
I know. It's like that's not even what I want to like be paired up with. Willow versus Nancy from The Craft. This was a good one because there's a lot of dark magic. So a lot of people were pairing Dark Willow up with Nancy. And I think almost any Willow you kind of pair up. I feel like she always found her power right at the last moment if she needed to,
Yeah, like if she was losing, she would eventually like come through.
Yeah. The one rule in this that we didn't say, but we applied is that nobody could come save or anything like that. Like Dawn can't call for Buffy, right? Like it has to be character versus character. Willow did win that one pretty heavy, but a lot of people.
Oh yeah, you're gonna say what I was gonna say.
A lot of people just want them to make out and hook up. So.
Because I was gonna say I liked how many. Because a couple people said it, right? Not just like one person.
There was like 5 or 6 people said like they make out.
Yeah.
There was Willow, but they make out first, or something like that.
Yeah.
So Willow won. Next up was Buffy versus Jason Voorhees. Obviously, Buffy won this one. It wasn't much. It was like Michael Myers, I even think maybe we could have put all the monsters versus each other and then all the Buffy characters versus each other and then had at the very end a monster versus a Buffy character. But alas, we did not do that. Our next round, though, was Freddy versus Cordelia. It's good.
Cordelia. I was actually talking to Laz about this today. I feel like Jason and Michael Myers might be like a tough fight for Buffy, but she's still like they might be a longer fight for her, but she would still beat them. I feel like her and Faith just are like good fighters and also strong and like, right?
Yeah. I feel like everybody out of the Buffy characters are really capable,
Yeah.
but in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I would see Cordelia dying. I could see her getting caught up in her own dream. So Freddy did win that one. That was a pretty.
So when you said Spike and Leatherface, Steven just said the first time Spike's ever topped.
Dude, I would like somebody. Willow's Warlock is a Buffy sculptor. I've shown Ian this, by the way, but he has also sculpted a Spike and Angel love scene where they're butt ass naked straddling each other. You know, that's pretty hot. You can search it on YouTube. It is on YouTube. Yeah. Next up, we had Pennywise versus Giles. Every time I saw Giles get paired up with a monster, I just knew he was making it.
I feel like when it's because even with Pennywise, even though I feel like Pennywise would give Buffy the most trouble, I feel like once there's like a specific thing to do to defeat them that doesn't involve like having to like fight, Giles could win, right? And there is like with Pennywise, you just gotta like, you know, turn him into that weird baby monster and like not ignore him, and then he goes back into his well.
Bully him a little bit.
Right.
Giles just has the books for everything. Stephen King's It. Giles has it. Giles has read it. It's like, I'll figure this out.
Did you see what my caption was for the Pennywise photo I posted today?
No. What was
it? I just made it. The caption is, did you ever see that movie Misery? And it's Buffy swinging her sword at Pennywise.
Yeah, that'd be good. So Stephen King versus Stephen King. Oh, so clever. Yeah. We should have put her in here. Kathy Bates from Misery. That'd be great. Giles did win that one. Ben Willis versus Xenomorph. So we did have a monster versus a monster. This was a round that me and Ian had a little butting heads over.
I wasn't happy about it.
Because I know you weren't. And the chips happened to fall in the most fair way it could have been, that we didn't have to even rig anything. But Ian did not like Buffy versus Willow being in this, and he tried to get me to swap it and put each of them versus a monster, but I figured it was already like that. That's how it kind of fell. And it gives a monster a chance to get through, because Buffy and Willow would have had both of those monsters out of there immediately.
Well, okay, I'll tell you I'll tell you when we get there.
Yeah, it's okay. Ben Willis versus Xenomorph. Xenomorph won. This is how Xenomorph got so fucking far, because I thought his ass was going to be out first round.
But that I agree with. Xenomorph would kill Ben Willis very quickly.
Faith versus Pazuzu. Faith came out on top. I don't know how, because I would see Faith's demons overtaking her. You know, Pazuzu would prey on that. Faith, Angel's not there to save her soul. They always have to have Angel saving Faith's soul.
I just feel like I don't know what that would look like. It would really depend on what that looked like. Like I think at this point I was voting and I voted, or no, I don't think I voted yet still, but I think I would vote Faith just because I don't know what that would look like. And like it would depend on like, is Pazuzu possessing someone else and she has to fight them? Because then I'm saying
I see what you're saying. Let's say Faith is possessed by Pazuzu. Would you stick with your vote? You voted Faith, right?
I don't think I voted in this round.
Did you not?
Okay. I think it was the next round I started voting. I think I would have
second to last.
I think I would have voted Faith. Only because if she's possessed, then like Giles has to come and do an exorcism and then he's gone. But like, okay, if we're saying that she's possessed, does that mean Pazuzu wins?
Yeah. What do y'all think? Pazuzu and Faith, and like give kind of like a little, explain it a little bit. And we'll come back to that. But Faith did win.
Wait, Steven said Cordelia versus Pennywise. Cordelia would shame the fuck out of it and laugh in his face. She would.
That's where we should have ended up, man. Because she would have she'd have been really, what is your childhood trauma, Pennywise?
In that outfit, you're going to come for me?
Yes, some really good one. On the first day of school. Next up, we did have Buffy versus Willow.
Okay, so this is my issue with this is my biggest issue with this one. It happened on the show and Willow won.
Yeah,
she did.
But if we're talking, Hmm. Do you think like final episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Willow still could have won against Buffy?
I mean, if they're having to fight, right? Like I would need the context, but I feel like if we're just saying like power in general, we know Willow can
Mm-hmm.
make herself powerful enough. I mean, granted, it's not like she killed Buffy, but like she was winning that fight until Giles came in, right?
Yeah. I think in a situation like this, like let's say they're put into a room together, they have to like it is going to be a bloodbath. They have no choice but to fight each other. I think Buffy would strike pretty fast. Like faster than Willow could like muster a sort of, so maybe but Buffy did win this one. A lot of people were very upset by this,
Me included.
Yes, Ian included. This is the way the chips fell and I wasn't going to change it.
I like that you say the way the chips fell as if like you just threw them up in the air and they landed together. Like
It felt like it felt like universe talking, so I left it. You can blame me, it's okay. One of them had to die and Willow died. Buffy did.
Willow didn't die. She just lost.
She's
the
dead.
Fight. She's lost the fight.
Dead. And in her last moments, she saw Tara dying again by Pazuzu's hand. Yes.
Rude.
Nobody went back to Faith. Okay. Well, fine. Next up, we did
Adam Parrott said Willow won. She basically gave power to Buffy.
Yeah. I could see her like sacrificing herself. I feel like both of them would sacrifice each other or themselves for each other.
Yeah, I
can see it happening. But yeah, so Buffy won. Spike versus Chucky was next. A lot of people really enjoyed this one. This would have been a great episode of TV. Spike's motorcycle, Chucky on the back. Like Spike takes Chucky to the demon bar. They have a couple drinks and they're just on a buddy adventure for the rest of the episode.
Maybe get into a bar fight.
I could see Spike
right?
putting Chucky in like you put a baby in that little thing that straps to you, and maybe it's on his back instead of the front, and they're fighting that way, back to back.
I would not be not into that. That would be fun.
So fucking funny. Let somebody animate that for us. Make a little animated short for that. If we could animate, we could do that. Ian, go viral.
If only.
Are we? How well can you draw a hand?
I can draw a hand all right.
Mine are like little zigzags for the fingers. Next, so Spike won that one though, so he killed Chucky. Anya versus Samara was the next one. Everybody just has a lot of faith in Anya. Anya wins everything. Anya beats Samara. Somebody said that Anya would sell the videotape in the magic box.
She might.
She probably. I could see her labeling it cursed tape or something. The lady who came in looking for the mummy hand also came in looking for this Samara videotape. Spike fought Puppet Angels. That is true, isn't it?
Zach hasn't seen that episode.
I have seen that episode.
Oh, you have?
I have. Oh, yes. Yeah, so Anya won that one. Then we had Oz versus Pamela Voorhees. And obviously Oz won that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
I feel naked without having the results. I'm like, I don't have anything to read.
Yeah. You want? I can send it to you. You can have the last round.
I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah. Let's see what some of y'all are saying. I think we've talked about kind of. Ian has to watch Squid Game, but I think after you watched it, you would understand what I'm saying. And I really think it would be fun to do a Squid Game with a bunch of just random TV and movie characters. So Buffy characters, we could get some other characters from other things and put them all in the Squid Game together and go through each of those games that they play in that. But in this last round, we have Freddy versus Giles, and Giles won again. I did think that Freddy could have beat Giles though.
Yeah.
I think Giles's Ripper dreams would come back to get him, and Freddy would get him that way.
Like I feel like Freddy would have like the dream be like Miss Calendar's there, and then
Ooh, something like that too. And Giles is like when Giles finds her body and he
Yeah.
gets down close to her or whatever, it's actually Freddy. And Freddy pulls a
Yeah.
hand up and so it's Miss Calendar with the hand and kills
Rude.
Giles. Giles is dead, but Giles lived, so it didn't happen. Then we had Xenomorph versus Faith. This was a good pairing also. I liked this one because I can see Faith as like a Ripley. They've got the same sort of energy. Stay away from her, you bitch. And then it was Faith.
Steven said Anya would sell the VHS for $19.99, the DVD for $24.99, early access to the HD remaster for $39.99.
She would. Anya's got that. I refuse to believe that Anya's actually dead. So in my mind, she is thriving in a 2021 market. She sold masks during the pandemic for a ridiculous upcharge. And she's her little capitalist self, she's thriving while everybody else is suffering. Next up we had, let's do it out of order. Let's do Anya versus Oz. That was an interesting one. What did you vote on that one? I don't remember.
I think I voted Anya.
Did you? Yeah. Squid Game with TV characters. Yes, I'd look for this. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it'd be good. We should have put Glory in this. Why didn't we? Did we say it's because she's a god and she would just beat everybody?
Yeah.
Still, I think it would have worked to see how people kind of.
Glory would have beaten Buffy. She would have won the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically Ben is part of her, so you can't.
You know what though? These voters, I don't know. They're crazy. They're crazy. So y'all vote wild. Buffy versus Spike also came up, and that was a good one. Buffy definitely came out on top of that one. There's so many opportunities that Buffy's actually had to kill Spike that, like, if she would have gone through with any of those, Spike would be dead right now anyway.
Right.
So, like, it tracks. Yep. And then that left us with Giles versus Faith. This is a fun one. And that was, let me see. That was our last round that we posted, right? We didn't post a round after this one.
We did up till the final.
Because we said we were going to, well, no, the 1 versus 1, right? So we did this round. Yeah, because we didn't do a 1-on-1 round.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to let y'all vote on this one. Faith did win. It wasn't very wide, but it was pretty close. But Faith did win. And then Buffy versus Anya, and Buffy won, obviously. So I knew as soon as this round came up that it was going to be Slayer versus Slayer. So we do have this, guys. And also Buffy did kill Anya, didn't she? Season 7. I have to go back and watch it because I forget how Anya just folds back into the Scoobies after that. Does she just, they don't really address that again, do they?
Well, has she gone for one episode, or is it immediately back the next episode?
I don't remember, but she's like back and they don't really talk about it.
Hold on. I will tell you in 1 second because I can't remember if Help or Him is next after that. Oh, yeah, but it's Him. So she's right back because in that next episode is when there's a demon attacking Anya at her apartment. Yeah. And like Buffy kind of is like going to help her, and she's like, oh, there's a big bad coming, I would love to have people around to help. And then that's when Anya gets caught up in that spell.
Poor Anya, she didn't even feel like they all liked her enough, and
I didn't. She
didn't even have any other friends to kind of run to, so they killed Halfrick. So she had to go back to the Scoobies. Fuck the Scoobies for that.
I know Anya should have been able to be like, well, I'm moving out of Sunnydale. Fuck all of you.
I know she should have. She left for the mayor anyway, right? Like she went somewhere.
Yeah.
Go back. Go start high school again, Anya. We have Buffy versus Faith. What are we doing, guys? I want some explanations of how this fight would go too. What do you think, Ian?
Okay,
Buffy versus Faith.
Again, we already got that fight in the show. And Buffy won.
This is this fight now, though.
So, but I feel like that would still hold. Like, I still feel like Faith, while she's the wild card, Buffy is the seasoned thinker. So Buffy would be thinking about Faith's moves, especially if it's okay. The last time we saw them, season 7, I would still pick Buffy because Faith is still a little bit more like emotional with her fights.
Faith is a good thinker, though. That's the thing. Is like Faith, even if Buffy stabbed her in the gut, like that should have been a kill shot, and Faith still got away.
Right, but like she didn't win, just she got away.
She got away. That's not a death. They have to die. Somebody has to die.
Okay, but there was never a moment when Buffy had to like flee a fight with Faith.
I must say, let's change it. And Buffy,
I know you love Faith.
When Faith, at the very last episode of Buffy, instead of Faith saying Buffy and throwing the scythe over to her after Buffy gets up, she says Buffy, and she goes, and Buffy's dead.
Buffy would catch that stake that she
probably would
and turn it around on her.
No, I don't know. We'll see. I think we all have a lot of faith in Buffy, but maybe Faith will win. We'll see. Somebody said Faith would surely win. Now it's getting juicy. There's a bounty on her head by Hoffrin. Yeah. Poor Halfrig, Double Shantae. They both stay.
I agree with Steven.
Do they just decide we're not doing this? Or do they do the Hunger Games thing and they're both about to kill themselves and eat the berries, and the Hunger Games people are like, no, you both win. You're good. Good to go.
I mean, I feel like Buffy and like, if we're saying like, ooh, it's like they're forced, Buffy and Faith would find their way out of it and like kill the people forcing them to fight.
Mm-hmm. Romy and Michelle versus Pazuzu. Let's put Romy and Michelle in the Squid Game. I will love it. Let's do that.
God, I gotta
watch
that.
You gotta watch it because we could do Squid Game for November, and that would be fun.
I have a lot of things I need to watch. Are you caught up on? I know you did last summer.
No, because another episode just came out Friday, right? Did you watch it?
Yeah,
it's good.
I watched it twice because I watched it Friday night when I got home, but I took an Ambien and I could not remember the last like 30 minutes. Those episodes are a little long. But then I watched it last night. It ends on like a mystery. Yeah.
Is it like a good mystery, or is it like okay, well, we'll get away to another episode?
It's like a character has died, but you don't know who it is.
Okay. Buffy, did Kendra get around? Kendra did not get around because we were doing people who showed up in the main credits, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although wait, no, we did not. That is we lied. We just lied.
Did we not? Did we not? I thought we did.
Andrew wasn't ever in the opening credits. Neither was Harmony. Harmony was in the Angel opening credits in season 5.
We lied. Yeah, we lied.
I remember us saying this because we didn't want to have too many Slayers because they would just.
We were trying to give the monsters kind of a leg up because
even though Kendra was killed by Drusilla, I still feel like she would be good facing.
She would have made it through to fight a Buffy character. Yeah. Buffy always has that self-sacrifice thing. She does. Is this like this would be the this third time, I guess, that she died, maybe. Yeah. Maybe fourth if we're, catching up in 2021.
Yeah, like maybe.
She's probably died a couple more times since then, let's be real.
Zach, I have to send you the Patreon episode that just went up today because it's me and my mom talking about Burn Down the
I do want to see that. Yeah.
And Showtime. It's very cute because my mom is just like, Buffy knows what she's doing. My mom is like a crazy Buffy stan where she's like, well, who wouldn't Buffy win against? Buffy can fight all these monsters.
They gotta pretend she might lose sometimes. Right. If there's a spell so that the other one was a monster scenario, what if mixed with Squid Game? Yeah, we're probably gonna do that. All depends on their contract negotiations. Faith's already got her in real life sugar daddy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar has her dishwasher ads. Very true. She says Cascade.
She had those cool Oil of Olay commercials for a minute. Remember?
Okay, are we really talking her acting credits as commercials now? Sarah, come on. Bite the bullet. Come back to horror. They will have you. Happily.
Tomorrow, Slayerfest 98's new Buffy episode is Zach is co-hosting with me, and we do this. We do this, and then we make fun of the fact that we do this all the time, but we still do.
At least it's only a brief mention of this, though. We don't go into why Sarah needs to be back in horror.
Like the first 85 times we did it.
We just mentioned it, but like here, this is the platform for it. We're bringing her back. here's a question, because I'm pretty sure like we're seeing that Buffy has won. Uh, Buffy's won. So here's a question: if we brought Sarah Michelle Gellar back into horror, what kind of horror movie would you guys put her in? And you can like name another horror movie kind of as like a reference or like a blueprint for the kind of horror you'd have her in. What movie would you put her in, Ian?
Oh, me? Oh, I thought you were waiting for. Yeah,
No, for everybody, and then you all.
I would actually want her in more of a supernatural. Like, I don't want her as like a screaming, just like regular girl, like with a guy with a knife. Like, I want to see her. And I mean, we got that with The Grudge, but I would want it to be like maybe like, I don't know. Like, I hate to relegate her to like the mom, but if we're making the mom the main character in this horror movie, because usually that doesn't happen, right? Usually the mom's not. But like, if I'm putting her as a mom, I'm making her the main character, right? So like maybe like the first Conjuring, that type of movie, but she's the mom, like trying to protect the kids. Or like something where it's like less just her getting stabbed. She's great in those movies though. Like that's not to discredit. She's great. She's great.
She's living. She's main character and she's living in this one.
Right. Yes. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I would probably put her in something supernatural also. Maybe like she's I don't know. Maybe she is like looking to flip a house and she buys a house and across the street there like lives a witch or something that's like begrudging her for getting this house, you know, or something. Or maybe there's like a secret basement somewhere. I don't know. She finds something. And then there's a mystery for her to unravel. I think something like that would be nice for her because I feel like it would play to her strengths. She has to have some sort of trauma. You know what? I could see her in House of Leaves.
Yeah.
I could see her in that. That'd be good. Or I don't know if do you see her in like Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires? You think she could do that?
In something like that. I mean, I think like if they offered her that role, she might be like, ooh, we're getting too close.
True. But so Grady Hendrix announced today that his new book, did you see that? His new book is called How to Sell a Haunted House. She could do that too, you know? It's a really good title, by the way. I'm pretty excited for it.
I do think that's a really good title. I kind of hope it's set in the town where My Best Friend's Exorcism and Southern Book Club is.
I kind of do too. I feel like he could make that the new Hellmouth. He's
right,
like,
yeah.
He hit something pretty good there, and I understand that writers don't want to like stick with the same thing over and over. But I'm pretty invested in that town
because, like, the thing that I think you and I both liked was like it's the same town, but you don't need like it doesn't matter. Like you don't have to read both books. Like it just is, and there's a few characters. Like I forget. Wasn't it you that were like? The neighbors of the one main character were the neighbors from the main characters from the first, right? Something like that. Like I didn't even pick up on that.
Yes. Something with, some of the names were like the same. I tried to do the math about like the years and stuff in my head and they didn't line up, but they had the same names. So I figured that maybe that was a flub or something. So somebody says, make her a witch mom. See, I could see that too. She would have been perfect for AHS, Scream Queens. I wouldn't have wanted to see her in Scream Queens, though.
I do think, even though I don't, I hate American Horror Story, I do think it's wild that he hasn't hired like more Buffy actors, because I think any of the women from Buffy would work on a show like that.
I think up until a certain season. I don't think the last few seasons have proved that they know what they're doing anymore. I mean, I know this last season was a lot better reviewed, but like it ended and didn't even feel like an ending. It's kind of it's not great anymore. Our prestige HBO show, Buffy and Super 8, The Next Generation. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Could see that. I wonder what her lungs are like. I wonder if she can still scream pretty well.
Well, she didn't like screaming. Remember that? She's in Hush. That's
yeah. Is that why she didn't scream? I just thought maybe she didn't have the voice for it at that point.
And Steven says the thing that I've said a million times, Big Little Lies. I have up and down. I feel like that would have been a great comeback for her because she would have fit. And I mean, I didn't watch season 2, but I thought that season 1 was like a pretty perfect season of television. And had like, I cried at that end because I love a comeuppance. I love everyone coming together. And it was like these people that don't even like each other, but they're like, motherfuckers, don't abuse these women. And I loved it. And I think she would have been great in something like that.
I really do too. I think that would have been pretty great for her. I Did y'all ever watch The Return where she's in it? She's like brunette. She like the look she had in that was like
She looks great, but the movie
it was shitty movie, but it was like the aesthetics were pretty cool, right? It was like dreary and like I could see something like that. Maybe she moves into like a trailer park and like everybody in the trailer park has like a secret or like they know like you go inside at a certain time, you have a curfew, and she's like, why do we have a curfew? And then she finds out there's like a monster running around outside or something.
I could almost see her as like investigative journalist or like even
something
like
investigative,
even like in Halloween 2018. I mean, not dying, but like the podcasters, like her doing like a something like that where she's like investigating this supernatural crime.
Yeah. And that's kind of what she did in The Return. Because she was going on a business trip, right? Like I could see her on some sort of assignment or a business trip or something like that, and she runs into trouble.
I will say I have not. I saw that movie when it came out in theaters. I saw it in theaters. I was so excited, and and I have not seen it since. I just remember Adam Scott being terribly miscast as like the rapist.
Yeah.
And like it feeling like a joke. Yeah, like it feeling like a joke every time he was on screen as like an attacker. It's like this twerp.
She keeps hiding evidence of the ghost activity from the people she's showing the house to. Yeah, I see. She could be showing the house to somebody and like maybe there's a ghost in it. What if she had a split personality where one personality is protective mom and the other personality is a psycho murderer? That could be it. What if she is like gets this house that she's going to renovate, right? And like the witch across the street or whatever. Maybe she's making all that up in her mind,
street,
and it's fucking her. She's just the witch across the street.
Oh, I don't like that. No, I don't like.
I could be fine with that. Yeah, and they find her basement at the end.
I hate
she's the Blair Witch.
I already saw Fight Club. I loved it as a teen. I don't need it again.
Sarah Michelle Gellar in WandaVision season 2, but we got excited over Emma Caulfield in season 1, and that was not the payoff.
Nowhere. I do feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, her acting would lend itself to like an MCU type of thing. I mean, I don't know that.
I don't really want her to be there though. Like because I think she's too special for that. Like to be blended in with a whole cast of like I feel like it would be harder for her to stand out like a Wanda when they're introducing so many characters at once, right?
Well, right. I mean, I don't think she would be cast as a main character, but like even like I mean, I don't think they would cast her, but like she could be Invisible Woman in a Fantastic Four movie. Like she would be good as something like that.
Yeah,
where it's like, okay, there's only 4 heroes. All right.
I feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar would take whatever paycheck she gets, but I'm honest, but I feel like she's pretty good with her money, though. I feel like she's sustained herself pretty well.
I don't think she's taking any paychecks. I think she's turning down paychecks.
I think she is too. I think she's probably still very comfortable that she's not having to go and do like shitty Hallmark Christmas movies, right? Like she's fine. I think she doesn't need to take whatever paycheck she gets.
Well, if you think about
except for Cascade.
Well, and like that shit's easy for her though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, like an easy something, but
she
doesn't have to take these projects that are going to ruin her acting reputation.
Or like that will like take up too much time.
Emma was meant to have a bigger role, but COVID. Yeah, I could see that. Zach's right. She'd be wasted on MCU, fading in the background. I don't know. I just want her back in horror. Like, I think just some sort of really good horror project that's also helmed by somebody who's done pretty, like Mike Flanagan, that's just like who I think of first, is like he would be really good to kind of direct her, I think.
After Midnight, I would not something like Midnight Mass. I would want it to be more like Hill House. I think she would do well in something like that. Midnight Mass is a little too slow for her pace.
Well, they're doing Fall of the House of Usher. What do you think about that? Do you think she could be in that?
I don't want to see her in a period piece. I don't.
What color do you want her hair to be?
You know, I don't care. I liked her as a brunette a lot. I think she looks really good on her. Of course, I guess I prefer blonde because that's Buffy. But I think she looks really good with the brown hair. Like I think it looks really good on her.
I think so too. I do like the brown hair. I don't know. I feel like maybe for a comeback, sort of bigger role, maybe blonde hair just for the first one, just to kind of get people used to her again.
Yeah.
Urban fantasy and horror. Yeah, I see that. I don't know.
Yeah. Urban fantasy. Like
we're putting it out into the universe, guys. It's gonna happen
all the time.
Like,
anytime
all the
we're
time.
together.
And you know who's gonna get the credit? Us and everybody in this chat right now. We're all gonna get to say we did this.
Yeah.
We're all gonna take the credit.
Zach, what is a horror movie monster that you think would actually give Buffy or Faith like trouble?
Yes. I think Freddy would have given Faith a lot of trouble.
Okay.
I think Faith's demons would have gotten in her way for a couple of these. Buffy. Let's see.
It's okay if the answer is none.
Oh, no, there has to be something. I think Pinhead would have given Faith a little bit of a problem.
I think yeah, I can see that.
Maybe a Xenomorph would have been a harder fight for Buffy. It would have just taken a little longer, maybe, because it's so big and it's so crazy. But I think maybe Freddy would be the hardest one that Buffy had to face. But even still, like I think she'd get out of that one pretty quick.
I mean, right? Buffy's our hero for a reason. I don't think there's like a fight where like I would be like, yeah, she would lose. Like,
let's see, still might be a few years. The kids are still pretty young, and she seems super involved with their lives. She does. And if she just wants to be a mom, perfectly fine. Yeah. We'll be here waiting.
Yeah.
We're also her children. She should not forget about us, but okay, whatever. Wondered if you guys will do video analysis of Halloween 3. Yes, we will at some point. It just didn't line up with that timeline, and like the Michael Myers timeline's one of the many of them, but we will come back to it.
Wait, wait.
What?
Hello, Ian. It ties into Zach's idea, but that was the original idea for the series, right?
I wouldn't want it to be an anthology.
No, but I mean, that was the original idea for the Halloween series.
Yes, is that it was going to be anthology because they didn't want to continue with Michael Myers anymore. I still think bring Michael Myers in there somehow, but I don't think his presence needs to be as blatant as like him just walking around town with a knife, because like at some point just fucking leave town because this guy is annoying.
We come back around when we circled back to like
you got to keep in mind how many movies I think they after this trilogy they need to have a new place to go. We can't do the Laurie Strode storyline anymore, or else it's going to get super tiring. Sarah would have killed in A Quiet Place. Yes, I would have seen that too. Buffy could have been in The Descent. Yes, I can see that. Predator. Maybe even like, what about that like new Alien show that they're coming out with? They're coming out with another Alien show. I could see her in that.
Oh, Ian, I'll tell you, I actually have never seen that one.
Which one?
Halloween 3.
Yeah, he is not. So we will watch that one. Yeah, but if anybody has any ideas for characters you would like to see in Squid Game, you can either drop them down now or like tweet them at us. Because I have a feeling we will be doing Squid Game at some point in the future as soon as Ian watches it. We'll give him time, but I think he'll be on board doing.
And I feel like I'll probably like it. I've heard the ends of episode 5 and 6 are brutal, so I am.
Come on, Adam, up at 2 a.m. Yeah, we always see Adam pop in for a second. We're like, it's like 4 a.m. there, but thank you.
Adam just finished work.
Yeah, Adam also just released a little teaser for.
Oh, I gotta fucking watch that, Adam. You sent it to me, and I told you I would let you know when I watch it. I'm sorry, I have not watched it.
He's got a teaser for a little horror project that he's coming out with. So he has like his own horror anthology series, I think. This one's not connected to that first one, was it? What John Carpenter's The Thing versus Buffy? Yeah, I just don't always want to see Buffy versus like a monster,
I mean, like
dinner.
I would want to always see it.
I mean, Sarah versus a monster. Buffy versus a monster, obviously, but yeah. See, Glory. Yeah, we could. Can we put Glory in there though?
We can.
It doesn't really. It's not fair, guys. I understand we want to see her in it, but it's not fair. Maybe we'll find other gods or something in TV and see if anybody can go against her.
I'm going to try to make us put Margot from The Magicians in.
Well, let's do it. We can do it.
My fucking fave.
There's one where they do tug of war. So like I'm thinking of like who's strong. And obviously Glory would just be like grab the rope, pull it. I have so many books, can't just keep up on. Is there a list of books? There's a bunch of books. I don't know what books you're looking for, but if you're looking for horror ones, there's a bunch of them. There's a Riley Sager book that I just read called Home Before Dark, and that was actually really good.
Did you read The Final Girls?
Are you talking to him?
Talking to you.
Final Girl Support Group? Oh no, his Final Girls. Yeah, sorry. There's a lot of Final Girls this year. I didn't like it.
Yeah, did
I was like halfway through it and I just couldn't finish it.
I finished it, but
maybe I'll come back to it one day. Nah, each one has a different take on horror genre. First was haunting, this one was slasher. Yeah. So go to his channel, Adam Strawn's channel. I mean, he's commenting from it, so you can just click his little icon. But we would like to thank you guys so much for checking into this October Madness. Is there anything else you want to say, Ian, before we done? Wrap up? Yeah, about an hour, I think, is good to cap it, unless you have another topic you want to go into.
I don't care. Zach and I have been doing lots of things together, so
yeah. I think we finish up on Wednesday. What day is today? Tuesday. Is today Tuesday or Monday?
Today's Monday.
Yes, so Wednesday we finish up. We do Nudie Judy together, and then that's it.
And then tomorrow, it's your episode of Slayerfest.
Yeah, my episode of Slayerfest comes out tomorrow. That was a good one. I liked the guests that we had on there. I did not. So I like clicked both of their accounts whenever you tweeted it out, but I just like didn't. I guess I didn't process it. I didn't know Passion of the Nerd guy was going to be on there.
You know,
I was surprised when he actually showed up, and then he said, "Oh, Passion of the Nerd." I'm like, and I searched his channel. I'm like, "Oh, you."
Yeah, I've been wanting to have him on for a while because I like his channel.
He was good. He had a lot of good points. They both did.
Yeah. It was a really good recording. Zach was a wonderful co-host because Jared said Buffy versus Xena. I still think Buffy would win.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be a good fight though.
Xena's like a good fighter, but she doesn't have super strength.
Do Gabrielle versus Dawn. I used to be fucking obsessed with Gabrielle.
Really?
I don't even know why, because I don't remember Xena. I know I watched a shit ton of it, but I don't remember it. Like what the plot points were or anything. And in my mind, there were two girls that like got hardened in lava or something. They were fighting in lava and got hardened in there or something. And I know that's from Xena, but I have zero recollection of like who that was, what was happening, how they ended up in the lava.
I just remember I loved I felt she was a predecessor to Glory. What was the evil blonde girl's name?
I don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
Was it Callisto? No, it wasn't.
It was Callisto something. It was a C something like that.
Was it?
Yeah, it must have been.
I remember because I had an action figure of her, and it was like I would use that. I would have her like fight my X-Men.
I don't remember. Did you ever watch the cartoon Hercules versus Xena? I liked that one a lot. I was obsessed with that one with all the Titans. I used to be obsessed with like the water Titan. She was fucking awesome.
Isn't there like doesn't she sing in that?
Callisto and Velasca. See, I knew. Yeah, they do sing in that. I knew that that fight happened. Okay, so close. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna look that up. I want to find that on YouTube. Anyone trying to find Spike and Angel statue Zach was talking about here? I might. You know what? Let me. Before we exit out, I'll look that up and I will send it in the chat.
It does have an age restriction. Last time Zach
said it does. So yeah, your account has to have. You have to be able to get past an age restriction. I have this kiss stuck in my head. This kiss.
All right.
Okay. Here it
is. I was about to say. I don't remember what.
I'm glad you've been looking for that statue since the beginning. I mentioned that at the beginning.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the statue. You, like I said, you need to have or like Ian said, you have to have the age restriction. You have to get past that, but it's a pretty good statue. Pretty hot. Did it pop up in there?
I don't see it in the chat. Yeah, I don't see it.
It didn't.
I wonder if it's because it's like.
Oh my gosh. Maybe they are doing that. Son of a bitch. That's some shady. Yeah. Hold on. Let me try it again in a different way. Okay. So I'm gonna put a space between the HTTPS. Just connect the H and the TTPS. Okay. We'll see if that works. It's not.
It's still not.
Am I blocked or something?
All right, do you want me to try?
Yeah, go for it. That's weird, man. Censorship. Put a gap in the link. Yeah, I tried to do that. Let me try to put it in a different place.
Wait, put it in our Zoom chat. Let me see if I can drop it.
Or I don't think I can do it in the Zoom chat because I have it on my phone.
Oh.
I can text. I'll text it to you again though.
Okay.
It's a good statue. I really want y'all to see it now, and it's not showing up. That's not fair.
So funny.
YouTube's being all shady. Add a random word in the middle of the link. Yeah, maybe I'll try that too. If it works for Ian, though, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to kill the YouTube algorithm.
Evil will definitely.
Oh, there it is.
Tonight.
There it is.
Oh,
wait. No, it didn't. No, never mind. It did not.
Oh.
I thought it did it on my other screen. It did for a second.
All right, hold on. Oops. I wonder if.
Or tweet it. I might just have to tweet it, right?
Hold on. I'm putting some spaces.
Okay.
I'm putting a space and the word space between spaces.
I even wrote the word hello in between.
Oh, I think it worked. It popped up for me.
It only pops up on your screen. I'm not seeing it on the my screen. Yeah, they are doing some shady shit. Okay. Does everybody have a Twitter? Read the link out loud. It's a lot, y'all. If everybody has a Twitter, I will go and tweet it under the my latest tweet that says live now.
Okay. I'm also gonna just get rid of the HTTP/YouTube/ and just
try that real quick. Yeah.
See if that works. Is it popping up? Dallas, I appreciate you thinking me and Zach would write something in Spanish.
It popped up. You only did the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the beginning of it is. I wonder if I can type the beginning of it.
Yeah, because it's youtube.be, right? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, so it's the H1QW whatever. But you have to type HTTPS or YouTube. I don't fucking know. YouTube.com/that. I guess.
Also, if any of you are feeling wild, please subscribe to Slayerfest 98. I'm like 60 followers away from 1,000.
Slayerfest 98. And also go onto the Apple podcast thing and leave a 5-star rating and add a little review if you can. That's appreciated.
Please, and thank you.
Yeah. But we do thank you guys so much for checking in tonight. I'll go ahead and also drop it under my live now tweet that I just posted an hour ago, and y'all can go click that on Twitter if you want to. But thank you guys so much. Any final words, Ian?
No, I don't think I have any. I might be planning a live for Slayerfest this weekend because Zachary is away, so he can't partake.
Yeah.
But I might trying to put something together. We'll see.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a fantastic week because it's Monday. So we got the rest of the week, but you can do it. You can truck along, get to the weekend, and Halloween is on Sunday this year. So thank you guys. So it feels like October has been forever, but you guys thank you so much for checking in through all of our October stuff that we've had this month.
I kept thinking Halloween was over once we watched Halloween Kills. It felt like that's what we were leading up to.
No, and we could have kept going for the rest of October, and we kind of did with the lives, but excited for Chucky episode 3. Yeah, I think we might do bi-weekly for Chucky coverage, right? As we talked about, maybe like every couple episodes or something.
Yeah, I didn't think we nailed anything down, but I'm down with that. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll figure it out, but we'll let y'all know. We're very